Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Gamestah TV2. We are back with the Barracks Money Online League of Legends competition, and this is, I'm pretty sure, this is the final losers bracket game. So it is a semi-final for these two teams, Team ANU versus Chimera eSports. My name is Chrisis. I'm joined once again by Mendrix. Hey, how's it going, Mendrix?
Good, good. I'm excited to get into this semi-final match.
Yeah, it should be good. Hoping for a big one between these two teams. ANU knocked out of the winners bracket by Swiggity Swag. And Chimera Esports, we've seen a couple of their games now as they've run a double AD comp through both of them, heading on into the semi-final. So,
Yeah,
who's going to go up against Swiggity Swag in the grand final?
I believe that the favorites out of this competition matchup is Team ANU. However, I've been very impressed by Fluffy Bear and his Ezreal play, and I'm interested to see what comes out of all of them playing, because I think they seem to have, like, Chaim Italian's got his Vi. He performed fantastically in his Vi the last game. I'm pretty sure Jensen, when they won the previous game before, was playing Hecarim top, so it seems like they might be able to pick up what they wanted to before, and they seem to be missing a ban on blue team side. They're down a ban, so I'm not sure what's up with that. They've only got LeBlanc and Thresh, or is that a user interface bug?
Maybe it's the lags. I don't know. Nobody.
Maybe it's the lags.
Yeah, maybe it's the lags. That's all I'm going to go for at this stage.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, it looks like they are going to go a full AD comp again, because I think Schniff's going to pick up the Ezreal for Fluffy Bear. So look to see that this is basically the comp that they played against. I believe it was Tarek's dad, the exact same team comp. So we'll look to see if they actually managed to come out on top. And who was their ADC again? It was Coco. Coco's their ADC. So he plays a really good Lucian. He plays a really good Lucian. He actually carried a fair bit in that match from what I saw. I think it was 8-1-6 when it was like that 55-minute game they played. So
okay, two games before this one.
Yeah, two games before this one. Yeah. So very interested to see how this comes out. Let's see if it's going to be that Ezreal pick coming out from Schniff. And is that Susan? It's Susan. Chrisis, it's Susan.
No. No.
It's Susan in so long. Oh, it's been forever since we saw Susan.
Yeah. I mean, yep. Jasper the Cat locks in the King of the Sands, or whatever his title is. Let's have a quick look. The Curator of the Sands.
Curator of the Sands, yeah.
So, do you know what a curator is? So, a curator is a person who organizes things, and selects the ones that he's going to keep and throw, like, puts together collections and says, you go in the collection, you don't. And I'm just going to say that it's a fitting name because he's mind-numbing. And you have to be mind-numbing to curate the sands. We're going to pick this grain of sand and not that one. And this grain of sand and not that one. And put them together in a little collection, all up in the top lane.
Yeah.
All by himself.
Pretty much. And every time he decides to remove a grain of sand from that collection, he gets stronger. So yeah, it's a bit of a, what can I say? The circle of life and death continues. They will live. Sorry, I will live, they will die. That's just how the curator rolls. But it is actually a counter against Hecarim, believe it or not.
Because of his
the Wither.
Wither, yeah.
It affects his attack damage, and it also prevents him from building his Triforce early. It depends. Most of the time, when I do versus Nasus, I do it anyway. He does have the advantage early, but if he doesn't get any kill pressure off on Nasus, you'll find he'll turn into that terror that everyone loves and knows Nasus for. So, and by Nasus, I mean Susan.
Susan, yeah. So Jensen, who is the Hecarim on Chimera Esports, has just sent me a message to say that they actually only took 2 bans. So they legit let through whatever they let that third ban through. So they're pretty confident that whatever happens, Susan is going to be able to farm top for the next 60 minutes and win the game.
Oh, of course they want to keep the casters talking for 60 minutes. Who cares about their throats? It doesn't matter if the grand finals need to cast. We're
There,
going to keep them here the whole day.
there had better not be any pauses.
Better not be any
That's all
more.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that Nasus is going to be Q stacking for quite some time. But yeah, no, he's. I mean, on top of the fact that it's an all AD team as well, Nasus is free to build pure armor, and that's just going to make him more of a monster the longer the game goes on. Not to mention, they do have a pretty decent engaged team coming from having Janna. Oh, sorry, not Janna. Having the well, to be honest, Janna gives them more movement speed passively if they're all nearby anyway. So does work as an engagement. You got On the Hunt from Siva. You've got the command attack dissonance, or you just got command dissonance, which also acts as a speed up. And you've also got Blood Boil, and not to mention the Ghost. So they really do when they want to go fast. They definitely can go fast. So we're going to have a very strong engage team, and while at the same time having Janna, they've also got the disengage as well. So it works out. It's a very strong team that they've gone. Looking on the other side, they have a more, and it's very popular right now. Is the whole kiting team kite. So
Right, yeah.
in the LCS, it's actually become pretty popular. Although generally the way other teams counter that is just basically going full engage, and we've seen TSM do it at IEM. Basically, the way they countered the kite teams was they just had a full engage team, like full hard engage, eat your heart out. Where you've got like the Nidalees and the double ADs and
Right,
yeah,
you can run away as much as you want. We're still going to catch you, and we're still going to kill you.
exactly, yeah, pretty much the case. So it's really good to see that they've got what they need to probably make the team fight happen, and it's really going to be a game of chess, really. It's all positioning really between these teams.
Shout out to our Twitch viewers. We've got a few in the Twitch chat that are talking about things. And yeah, so quick shout out to the last people that I can see who talked. Go Tanks, Blakey, Bunnies, 80, and Bunnies.
How many E's and how many I's and E's were in bunnies?
Just 3 E's.
Just
Triple
3.
E. But 2 N's and a Z.
2 N's. Okay.
Yeah, so into the skin battle, we've got 1, 2, 3 across the top, and just the one down at the bottom. But it is Arcade Hecarim, and it wins everything. So congratulations
exactly. It doesn't
to
matter
Jensen
what you guys have. Yeah,
picking up
Jensen
the
wins
skin
the
battle.
game. Jensen wins in general.
So one of the things that I've been really impressed with in that last game, where we watched Chimera eSports effectively dismantle Kent Life, was the synergy between the two bot lane players.
It works well. Yeah, great.
Sniff
great,
and Coco.
honest,
Like Sniff would turn around a trade that was going on, and Coco would instantly react. So looking forward to seeing that happen. Braum, of course, is a prime synergistically working champion for a Lucian because of Lucian's double tap.
Yes. It works. And on top of that, Siva, she's got the spell shield, but there isn't really any way they can really try to bully out Lucian when it comes to the double tap. So the moment he lands a Winter's Bite, Lucian will be able to run in for the double tap and see if he can proc the stun that is landed from Sniff. But mind you, Jasper can basically block out using his spell shield. And on top of that, Davo can just give him a quick slow down, make sure they can't really catch him for the double tap. So it all comes down to how that lane's played out, and again, positioning. Like I said, I reckon this is probably going to be a very, very big position-based game.
I mean, what's the cooldown on Siva's E? I think it's really long, isn't it?
It's pretty
22
long, like 20,
seconds.
25 seconds or something?
Yeah, 22 seconds.
22 seconds, is it?
At level 1, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
know because I get annoyed every time I'm playing Blitzcrank and I'm versing a Siva, and it's just like, oh, Jesus Christ, her spell shield is up every time I go to hook her.
Yeah, I mean, it just about would be, but whether it's going to be up enough to negate Lucian's passive...
I think it's more to do with, like, if Brom can get the Winter's Bite on, which I think that is about 12 seconds, so he should be able to fit in 2 in between every spell shield. But then if Jasper's positioning is good, by the time he probably does get a chance to shoot out a Winter's Bite, she'll have a spell shield up. So it all really comes down to, when her spell shield is up, whether she can react to use it, and then the follow-up that Lucian gives.
So we've got to pause apparently for a birthday break.
For a birthday break? Whose birthday is it?
I mean, a bathroom break.
A bathroom break. Oh,
bathroom break.
I was going to say happy birthday to whoever, but I guess it's a happy birthday in the bathroom.
Yeah, something like that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play an advert.
Ah, aren't you very economic about that?
We'll be right back with this game, and well, if the pause gets unpaused before the ad's done, I will just stop the ad. Don't worry, guys. Hey, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and well, we're not really back with much because the pause is still on.
I think there is a bit of are you guys ready yet in chat? We want to play this game and we want to cast this game. So we're
For
all
real, yeah.
yeah, we're ready for this to begin. But
Blakey,
yeah,
very
it's okay.
generous, is saying that Chimera played a 50-minute game before, and in fact, before the last one against Kent Life, and so they deserve a break. But I'm just wondering, has he not heard of bottles?
Oh my! You went there.
I did indeed. There you go. We're into the game. We've loaded into the Rift. It's fantastic. We've had 8 seconds of actual game time, and well, players have had plenty of time to decide what they're going to purchase, and heading out into the Rift. It is. Oh, let's just fix the overlay very quickly. It is Team ANU on the blue side versus Chimera eSports. It is a semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last game of the losers bracket. And
feels like it's been 3 games since our last semi-final. I think it has been 3 games since our last semi-final.
So I like the detail here in the skin that Susan is wearing. Okay, it's the Riot Nasus,
the K9,
and they've actually chosen a Doberman as the head. So the head looks actually quite small. So it's quite fitting. Although I don't know when the last time was that you saw a police dog that was a Doberman. Should have been a German Shepherd.
I don't know. I mean,
what do you call them? Alsatians?
It works. Like, it looks really good. I like it. I mean, it's D Kane. What else could you want?
D Kane.
It's D Kane.
For reals. There you go.
It's Susan. It should be his name. Susan D Kane. That's how it should go.
Have you seen they've actually made a proper pimp cane?
Yeah, they have. I saw that. It looks amazing. That was fantastic. I really like the Snoop Dogg one that they've made for him as well. Yeah. There's an unofficial skin if you make adjustments in the actual game's registry. I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure if that's even the right terminology I'm using. You make a change in a folder somewhere in the LoL folders, and you get a Snoop Dogg with a cane as your Nasus. Nice. So it looks amazing.
Nice. Alright, so we have an invade going on at the moment. Super Snaps has decided he wants the red buff of the red jungle, and so he's going to take that, and it's going to be completely uncontested. Well,
it's so funny watching them literally on the other side of each other. Like,
yeah.
Is he going to get
early
it?
Smite. Oh, he gets it, but Jaime Italian has found him, and unfortunately is still only level 1, so doesn't have a Q to come through. He pings desperately, asking for Fluffy Bear to come in and help. But really, they only have themselves to blame, because I'm sure they walked over a reward to get there.
I think, to be honest, we need to blame Hecarim in this. As much as I don't want to point fingers, we have to, because he hanged around for too long.
Oh, and he stole some XP.
And he stole experience. So Vi would have been level 2, and Vi would have had her.
No, he wouldn't have taken the Q.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because Jungle Vi takes points in. In fact, he starts.
It depends. I mean, if I come through, because he starts E. If I come through and I see a Nunu and I haven't taken my point yet,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
grab
yeah, yeah.
Q.
If you haven't
So
taken your point, but
if you
usually
haven't taken
you'd
your point, yeah.
put a point in W, wouldn't you?
All depends. It all depends on how experienced you are, because a lot of people sometimes wait just to see what's happening.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So Jensen has pushed his lane all the way up, and this is really what you want to do against a Susan, is you want to prevent him from sacking in his Q by not allowing him, by forcing him to farm underneath the turret.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah,
bottom lane. Sorry,
bottom
there's
lane.
action going on. Coco is hurting at the moment. Really, the tables have been turned as he tries to run away as quickly as possible. This is the view that he had, actually, in the first round, well, in the previous game, where he watched a champion run away, Lucian run away.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like it's deja vu all over again.
But except in the tables have turned. It's him running away
Yeah,
this
it's
time.
exactly. It's him watching it. Yeah, it's quite funny with that. I think Jasper right now should be trying to push this up as fast as she can. So look for her to boomerang blade that, because you want to try and push this out so you get a free back. Because Lucian's got two D blades now, and if she's forced to hang around, it might not be good for her. But I mean, in the top lane, you do want to push it out early when against the Nasus, because he doesn't have enough time to Q every minion as it gets taken by the tower. But
Yeah, that's right. The
about
cooldown is too
yeah,
low, and in fact,
but
he's losing quite. He's lost 6 CS out of it. So he's not been able to do it. What is his Q sitting on at this stage? He's got 36.
yeah, I think that looks like there's a
36
game coming
damage.
up now for the top lane. See if Nunu can make something happen.
Yeah, Super Snaps comes in, leads with a nice blast. Jensen knocks him away with fear. And yeah, he's going to keep on running. In a moment, he'll get another Ice Blast or a Snowball to the face. Super Snap's going just a little bit too deep and has the presence of mind to consume. Oh, whoa, hang on, let's hit the backspace and head on to where the Vi is coming up, looking for a first blood. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, he went in.
He came in right afterwards. He was ready with his Vault Breaker.
Oh, there you go. Don't know why I didn't see that.
Well, the question is, will you get the Nasus? That's what I didn't see. You forced me to back before I could see
No,
the
I
follow-up
didn't.
kill.
Susan walks
But
away.
yeah, Susan walks away as usual. As usual. But yeah, that's basically Vi giving in her revenge kill right there, saying, "Okay, you want to steal my red? I kill you. Okay."
Yeah,
And
this
she's
is
gonna
true.
hang around now for the camping to see if she can pick up Susan.
Yeah, and hasn't walked over a ward or anything like that. Susan's going to head on round and plant a ward over the wall, and it's going to
Yeah,
get destroyed. And that's why you smite the wraiths.
Exactly, boys and girls.
So for those of you who don't know, he got a little Oracle Eye there because of smiting the wraiths, and that gives you the buff that allows you to spot nearby enemy wards as you walk past them.
And I know most of the audience is, roughly gold plus, and they all know this, but seriously, you'd be surprised how many people don't understand how the jungle works, even though it's been out for roughly 3 to 4 months already. So, yeah, we're just clarifying everything for the audience out there.
Yeah, definitely not for the casters who know all about how the jungle works.
Exactly.
You know, speaking for myself, anyway.
It's one of those things you're just kind of like, so this is the case, okay, guys? That's right, isn't it, Mendrix? Yeah, it's correct, Chrisis. Sweet. No worries.
Thank God it's right.
So yeah, down on the bottom lane, just a lot of bullying happening there. Jasper the Cat asserting dominance like she does, as Sivir does in general, and obviously because basically was able to force back Lucian before. Even though she only picked up a Doran's Blade on her back as well, I think she'll be able to afford a BF Sword much faster. She is 7 CS ahead, and she's using her mana very fast there to try and get those boomerang swings to make sure she gets an advantage.
Yeah, unfortunately, tried to proc the spell shield when Coco queued, but didn't pick it up. There you go, gets it off the Winter's Bite, so is going to try and rinse and repeat that. Although that's nice, the spell shield has been procced, or has been popped, so Coco and Schniff trying to get a bit aggressive and getting the zoning out together with Italian, who appeared as the Vi in lane. But really, Vi just showing himself, and well, what is... I don't think Super Snap's actually got an invade in.
Not really.
Oh.
He's walking
Well,
around.
he's trying to invade.
He can get the red buff if he's quick, because the red buff's just popped.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
All right, he's heading on down. He's decided.
He's getting something. That's all good.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should do.
He's back and he's only picked up the Hunter's Machete. I mean the boots. So he's trying to be faster than Vi at the moment. I think Vi went straight for the Trailblazer because it's just such a good item on her that helps her get through quicker. As he picked up that red, yeah, he's just gonna let that go through and first. And now he's gonna see if he's gonna turn his attentions back to the horsey again, the speed pony.
Yeah, so it didn't go so well the last gank. And in fact has decided, look, I'm not going to actually go for a gank. Heading back into his own jungle. And Vi, in the meantime, has arrived and has realized, oh, gee, when am I going to get a red buff? I'll have to kill
Pretty
someone
much,
for
yeah. I have to kill him again, damn it.
So it's 0-1 at the moment. And it's in favor of Chimera eSports. They got just the first blood there. And that was in fact what we were talking about just before. So the Vault Breaker, the Vi picking up first blood off of that cheeky Super Snaps.
After stealing away the buffs that she took. Looks like she's going into the mid lane right now.
Oh yeah. So whoa, the Assault and Battery goes down. VOSP doing great work though, and manages just to pick up a kill before he goes down. Super Snaps comes through and makes it a double there in the mid lane. And
just pushing a little bit too hard there.
yeah, just a tiny bit. Super Snaps doesn't have much mana available, but is going to try and push this lane up and get it under the turret and get it reset.
Yeah, and already it seems that Nasus is starting to take an advantage over Hecarim. Even though he's got the CS advantage, he can't really fight him now that he's picked up the Glacial Shroud. So it's going to be interesting to see how this now plays out. I really don't like the build path of going the Mercury Treads, to be honest, because you want to try and pick up a Zephyr later. So you're basically negating the effects of having Merc Treads, but I guess he's feeling a bit threatened by the slows of both Nunu and Nasus, so he's just playing it careful.
Nasus, who in the meantime has had no impact other than to farm and blue pill. And that's exactly what he's done. He's walking up to his turret now. He's still got his... oh no, his TP is going to come off cooldown. But
then does Nasus need to do any more? Does he really need to do any more than that?
No, he's just got to be present, isn't he?
Exactly, he just needs to be there. That's how Nasus works. And by Nasus I mean Susan.
Walk up and stack his Q. So Jensen heads on down. He's going to try and steal blue, and will successfully do so, I think, because nobody's aware of what he's doing. And in the meantime, hi, I'm Italian gives the blue over to Fluffy Bear in the mid lane on blue Israel.
Yeah, and Jensen's just being mean and stealing his away, giving him some of the attention, basically giving him some of the taste of his own medicine.
So he'll head back into the lane. He's going to have the blue buff. Although I think he's going to go for a roam. I think they're going to want to take out Vosp again.
Yeah, generally this is what you're supposed to do. Once you hit the point, you can't really fight Nasus in the lane, rather than clear the wards,
man, might have bitten off too much as he's too much.
In the bot lane, there's a TP going down.
Sorry. Down in the bottom lane, though, the action continues as Schniff tries very, very carefully to protect his ADC. Does so as well. Doesn't get it, wins his fight off, but Nasus is TP'd down and tries to pick up the kill there. But it is not to be. Everybody gets away really with a smidgen of health.
Yeah, they only needed that one more little breath of air, one little slap just to push them over, but they all managed to just escape it. And the DKing doesn't get what he wants basically out of that TP, but it looks like they're going to pick up the consolation prize, which is the dragon. But
well,
looks
they're
like
going to
there
try,
is some
but they are really low at this stage. There comes Fluffy Bear's missing shot. They get the dragon. What is the cost going to be? In fact, everybody's just running away. Fluffy Bear, I don't think he realizes how much damage he could actually be doing here. Jasper the cat turns around, gets a kill. Is he going to get a double? No, he doesn't. But the chase is still on. Sniff, in fact, is still alive. Are they going to stand around? No, the double goes to VOSP in the end.
Yeah, so that was really well done by them to pull up, even though they sacrificed Susan in the process. They got the dragon. They got 3 kills.
3
They
kills, a
couldn't ask
double
for
onto
much
the
anymore.
Oriana.
Exactly. I mean, they're losing their top lane, but to be honest, Susan doesn't care about that. You know what that means? Awesome. I've got more space to let the farm run come to me. That's why. That's how he thinks about this. He's not thinking about it in terms of, oh no, I lost the turret. He gained more farming time. That's how he thinks about this.
And straight away there's a reply at the bottom lane. The turret gets taken down by Jasper the Cat. So gold is dead even at the 13-minute mark. Just the one dragon is really the advantage that Team ANU has.
Yeah, and Super Snaps is there trying to like go through again and do another invade, and he's trying to be cheeky, but Fluffy Bear's already there, just walling away at him. Fluffy Bear doesn't seem to be as strong as he was in the last game, but he's still playing effectively, and he's building up now towards his Triforce. He's gonna skip getting that. Oh, looks
Super
like
Snaps eats an
trouble.
ignite from the Speed Pony and gets taken down for his troubles as well. So that is now 5-4 in favor of Team ANU. So Jensen just clawing his team's score back.
Yeah, and this is what happens once it gets to that point that you can't find Nasus in lane, you've taken your turret, you literally have to go around and snowball your team to the point where Nasus can't do anything.
Yeah, where it doesn't matter. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He isn't relevant. VOSP, nicely done, manages to dodge out of a Q from Vi. And
Yeah, BSP's playing really well. I mean, she was ganks originally before in the bottom lane, dove, managed to turn that around for herself and turn it into a double kill reply. Or 2 kill reply. And then after that, she managed to pick up the double kill in the dragon. So she's just gonna get stronger as this game goes on. So it's really it's actually one of those points again where it's a ticking time bomb again, where this time it's in favor of a Chimera, not Team ANU. The end game goes in favor of Chimera.
well, I mean, that's assuming Nasus doesn't get to farm up.
Pretty much. Assuming, well, Chimera is has the Nasus, so late game, yes.
No, ANU is on the blue side, isn't it?
I'm confused now.
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
Right,
You've
right,
just been
yes,
talking.
yeah, sorry,
No, it's
I'm
ANU
completely confused.
that's got the
Yeah.
late game. That's on the blue side.
Yes,
with,
that's
with the
correct.
Susan.
Yes. That's
Minor
correct.
glitch there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mind us. We've been casting all day. So
There we go, I've lost it, yeah. ANU has the late game. Because
There
they've
you
got
go.
Oriana and the Nasus. There we go. Now that we've sorted that out, we can continue on with the game. We started, what time did we start? Around, like, 10:30, sort of? We've been waiting since 10:30? You've been waiting since 10:30, I've been waiting since 10:45.
yeah, so it's been like 6 hours. No, sorry, 8 hours.
8 hours. Wow, that's
Yeah.
actually a fair amount of time.
That's a day's work, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been having fun, though. I can't
Yeah. I mean, it's not really work. I mean, if I could do this for a job all day long, that would be fantastic. I wouldn't call it work.
Oh,
So the chase is on
do
at
you
the
hear me,
moment.
Pastry
Super
Time? You hear
Snaps
us?
is trying very, very desperately to get onto the blue side of the map. Gets caught by the assault battery, and then eats yet another ulti. It's really anybody's guess who's going to end up with the kill. And in the end, it is the Vi of Hi, I'm Italian.
Yeah, and as that happens in the top lane, there's a reply there with the taking the turret, and it's at that point where Hecarim can't really fight Nasus. There is a ult coming through, but it's not going to do much. He's used his ultimate now. He's just trying to. It's kind of slow and painful to watch, honestly.
Yeah, because he really only has damage from his Q.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just kind of like nothing, bam, nothing, bam.
Yeah.
Or one is to watch out there. Oh, that's right. They've made a change with the Cinder Hulk. It actually doesn't burn off the last HP of the minion. So she's actually able to sit around there as long as she does an auto attack. She can sit at 1 HP.
Oh,
The
right.
flames will not kill the minion.
Oh, that's very handy, actually, for noobs like me. don't know how to kite. Oh, we got a mano in the mid lane. Fluffy Bear versus Jasper the Cat, and well, Jasper the Cat looked to be getting the advantage there, and Fluffy Bear just gets himself out of danger. There's just one touch left on this mid lane turret for the for Chimera eSports, and they have to back away. So that's the turret gone down. And that is now 3 turrets for them. And they really open up this map for some pushes.
Yeah, so now that that's done, looks like NASA's heading down to the bottom lane to basically just pick up the extra farm there. He's done with one lane, time to start on the other. Lucian's backing away, Coco's got no mana, so he doesn't want to sit around with an angry dog floating there. And Jensen's making his way towards the blue buff. Is he? No, he's just warding up. So everyone's getting ready for Dragon now.
Yeah, Dragon's live, and at the moment the blue team kind of has position, I suppose, in that they've got 3 players there. But
yeah, Nasus isn't too far behind.
Yeah,
and you do have Jasper making his way there too. So it's going to be an interesting little skirmish that's about to pop through.
no sign of Lucian. Where's Lucian? Oh, there he is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lucian's just
hanging around in the back line.
He's just hanging around.
No, this might be a bit of
I had a joke, but
a bit of Susan's arrogance, because he might actually end up getting picked here as he gets the focus of 4 players from Chimera eSports. And meanwhile, Super Snaps and the boys decide they're going to go for the Dragon. So Nasus has done his business and attracted the team away. They opened up things. The Oriana will catch just 2. And that team fight in the end is going to go all the way of the of Team ANU on the blue team. Dragon double kill
played.
And all created from Nasus drawing 4 players down to gank him in the bottom lane.
That's just the power of Nasus. He took Lucian down to roughly 25%, and then they wanted to try and engage on a kite team. It's not a good idea. It really isn't. Especially when you've got an Oriana who's doing really well, and basically with that shockwave, she managed to pick it up, and Coco just took a massive boomerang to the face there. So Jasper's just more than happy to go through and just keep on bullying out Coco. Now they've got the extra siege damage to turrets, so that's going to affect them even more. And Susan doesn't care as long as Susan gets the farm, and look where he is right now. He is freezing in the top lane. He is in his zone, in his element. This is what Susan's love to see.
336 damage on his Q at the moment.
And with that frozen heart, he's queuing practically every 3 seconds.
Oh, look at him. Gee, breaking form, I suppose, and actually using his E. And incredibly, this is actually the most exciting thing happening on the map at the moment, because everyone has blue pilled, spending their gold, and leaving Susan.
We're just watching a Nasus farm.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at him go, guys.
20 minutes and 30 seconds. 9 and 7 is the kill score. 2 dragons in answer to the 0 that Chimera eSports have picked up, and 3 turrets for Team ANU, rounding out basically all of the stats that they're leading in.
Pretty much, and if you look at the items, it really tells the story of this game. You got Oriana already with her Death Cup and Merlinomicon working towards her Zhonya's. After that, the moment she picks up her Sorcerer's Shoes and her Void Staff, she is going to be chunking people with simple attack commands. It's really getting to that point where it's going to get out of the hands soon of Chimera unless they act now and really make some good picks, which is something they might be doing right now in the bottom lane.
Oh, we head on down. Davo has gotten himself caught, and he'll be the sacrificial lamb, making sure that Jasper the Cat is able to get away. He's done a good job kiting that Vi and really surviving, but sticking around maybe a bit too long, and eats a culling, pops his own ult and gets himself away, but decides no, he's actually going to turn around.
In the mid lane, Vosp is in trouble. He's trying to take out Fluffy Bear. Manages to get it. Jensen's trying to walk away from that absolute 0. The damage is real, but Vi is there to take control. And now he's on the run. He's trying to get away, but he has a Susan, and Susan is ready to wither and go through. Let's see what this Q does. I can't wait for it. It's not quite there yet, but it's still doing some fair damage. And Vi's going to retreat to the safety of her tower. Oh, but looks like he's picked up his next target. Never mind. He's
no. Yes, he did. You were going to say his next target, and it was a minion.
It was a minion. His next target is no, it's the minion. That's right. We have to remember what's important here. Adding to his grains of stack rice or sand.
So Sniff at the moment, he might have stuck around too long. He's eaten 1 Q, and a second is all it's going to take to kill him. And RPP picks up a kill there for his team. That is actually the first kill that Nasus has got. He's on 175 CS, not really doing that much of a better job than his mid laner Oriana, who's also on 175 and doing great work. In fact, we got 3 champions in the 170s on Team ANU. So they are just building this lead. It's not as big as we've seen today, Mendrix, but still 2,800 gold is not to be sniffed at.
Exactly, and then at the end of the day, they also have the team composition on their favor. Vi can't lock down Siva. She'll spell shield it. Looks like there's a bit of a whiff there on the shockwave, but that's okay.
Yeah, just a bit. The culling comes through, but that Janna shield just absorbs it. Nicely done.
Very nicely done.
From Davo.
But yeah, it's really one of those cases where they don't really need to do much more now. They just need to make sure that they don't throw the map. They can't engage onto Siva because Siva has a spell shield, so they can't lock her down. The next move is obviously, well, let's lock down Oriana. She's about to finish her Zhonya. So even if Vi does her Assault and Battery onto that, so then her only pick is really Janna, and Janna can Monsoon. Monsoon her away. So it's like Vi's really in this bad
Coco gets
build right now. Wow, that was more than half his HP with one simple attack, command and dissonance.
So Oriana doing work at the moment. Anybody who gets a ball on their head, it hurts a huge amount. And what do we got? We got 30 seconds to the dragon. So that'll be the next objective where there's going to be a fight. Now the question is going to be, is the red team going to be able to take it? There's a ping that's gone up on the Baron from the blue team. So maybe they've decided, look, you can have a dragon, but we're going to take a Baron.
Yeah, and at that point, it's not really worth the trade. They can definitely trade that if they want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would try to make sure they're not going to be able to take that turret. Not the turret, sorry, take that Baron. I'd rather fight around there, and you never know. Baron throws are the next best way for you to get into the game. But they're going to play it safe. They're going to make their way towards the dragon.
The Dignitas Gambit.
The Dignitas Gambit, yeah, exactly.
Super Snap's using absolute zero to get a huge amount of damage down onto this dragon. It's 3 dragons now. We've got a TP coming in, and the chase is on the hunt, but Coco culls backwards. Nasus has come through as well. He gets a wither down onto Jensen and then gets knocked back. This is a great moment of kiting from Chimera eSports, and they don't take any damage, but unfortunately they conceded dragon number 3.
Yeah, now they've got the extra movement speed on the side of Team ANU, and that's something you don't want in a kite team. So even though that Chimera were the ones kiting back before, Team ANU really are the actual kite team. So it's going to be interesting to see how that comes through. Actually, what I'm saying, Chimera's also got a kite team as well, but they're both really kitey. It's kind of annoying, to be honest.
That's alright. They can all do the same thing.
I mean, you got like Nasus Withers walks away. You got the speed up from Janna. You got the speed up from Siva. You got the speed up from Oriana. Nunu's just an asshole every single time. So.
So when you have, I mean, you've got these 2 kite compositions.
These 2 kite teams.
So at the start of every single fight, both of the teams run away from each other.
Exactly. It's quite silly.
They're trying to catch RPP up in the top lane, and Italian has in fact decided he's going to go all in. Coco at the moment trying very hard to keep the kite on. He's doing very well, but Nasus, he's just tanky enough to kind of delay things long enough for things to get turned around onto him. And Hiram Italian goes down for his trouble. In the meantime, Oriana was coming up through the river and picked up Rom.
This whole time in the bottom lane, Jasper's been having the ball.
Oh my goodness me. So
yeah,
has a couple of hits down on that bottom turret, inhib turret. And gets to put a couple more. Jensen's going after him, but I don't know who's going to be able to, if he's actually going to be able to kill him. Is he going to flash? Yeah, there you go. He'll flash over the wall.
He'll flash away, but he can still catch him. He's got the speed too. Oh, he's got
nice
the Oriana to back him up. Yeah.
Nice little juke from Jasper the Cat. So he manages to get away. Bit cheeky staying there even after the backs were happening from his team. But of course, after chasing Jasper the Cat, RPP as the Nasus is doing the Qs on the top lane turret.
Nasus farming alone in a lane. Oh,
That is surprising.
that is very surprising.
Who
My,
would've
my, oh my. Who would have thought that would happen? But yeah, they're just going through, taking all the free infrastructure they want, and still coming out on top in team fights and skirmishes. So the way this game's going, it's pretty much going to be Team A and U coming out on top, unless there's a really big mistake from Team A and U, and Chimera take advantage of it.
5 and 2, buildings destroyed. At least they've got 2. So Chimera eSports will be happy with that. Let's have just a quick look. We've got, well, the Maramoon and, or the Manamoon, at least, and Triforce on Ezreal. So he's at least hit his power spike.
He has, but he's sort of... He may have hit his power spike, but Orianna hit hers a long time ago.
Yeah, this
and
is
she's
true.
already got her Zhonya, so she's no longer a target Vi to lock down. The only other person is Janna. I mean, you don't want to throw your Assault and Battery onto Nunu, and you don't want to throw it onto Nasus. So it really is only Janna, and she's got the Monsoon. So it's at that point now where they can escape any hard engage, and their only hard engage in the team is Vi. You've sort of got Braum, but you can kind of avoid Brom's ultimate. You can't really avoid the Assault and Battery. So
really what you need is Team A and U to make a mistake.
Yeah. It's really hard now for Chimera. They basically have to sit back, turtle, and hope for a mistake. That's their only option.
Yeah. So A and U makes a mistake. It sets up a Baron for Chimera eSports, and they manage to roll down and take a bunch of turrets. Actually, I mean, if you look at the goal differential, oh, we've got a lovely ulti from BOSP. He got caught, and well, he's managed to get away unbelievably with the help of Super Snaps. But look at that, Hecarim comes through and picks up Sivir, and well, who goes on a rampage? Lucian.
There you go.
So, I mean, they've got some individual advantages that they could try and put together. Oh, Jensen's trying to get BOSP and goes all the way through, but there's Monsoon to disengage. In fact, he's not going to be able to, and he's in real danger now. BOSP might actually pick somebody up. Well, Davo finishes the business. RPP comes through, gets a killing spree in defense of the turret. So the turret is still up after all of that diving that went on around it. And of course the turret's still up because they didn't bother to hit it. Fluffy Bear, your days are numbered. One wither and you are in trouble. Yeah,
Ooh, I was very close there. Very close. It was a nice little dash away. Oh, I would have been good if that was taken. And there's the wither.
There you go. Rampage.
Well, not the wither. Sorry. What is that ability called? Is it like the fairy fire?
Spirit Fire.
Spirit Fire, there we go. I don't know where I got Fairy Fire from. I think I'm thinking about back in the old Dota days, the Fairy Fire spell that Slardar does. Slardar does.
Man, Super Snaps loves to farm with his ulti. So I'm going to try for this Baron. Sniff thinks about a sneaky Winter's Bite on the Baron, but isn't able to do so. So now we've got 17 and 12, 3 and 0, 6 and 2. You can see what all of those advantages are, and a Baron buff, all sitting on Team A and U.
Yeah, and they're making their way down to pick up their 4th dragon as well. So it's pretty much, I'd say that's the final, maybe not the final nail in the coffin, but they're in place now.
They've still got to crack open the base. I mean,
they've got the Baron, they've got the Nasus that can really just walk into it if he wants to. It's just a matter of catching them out now. Now, there's no major objectives that really you can catch them on the map for now, so they're probably going to turtle. But all they have to do is siege now. And they've got
9k gold behind at this stage. Even if they killed every single one of the turrets. So how much gold is a turret worth? About 1,000 gold?
150 times 5. So 500 to 750.
750. Okay.
750 a turret.
So if they picked up 4 turrets, that's going to be 3,000 gold.
Yes.
So it'll not even halve the gold deficit that they're playing against right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ouch.
Oh, mind you, It's okay, 150 a gold, but I forgot to factor in if
Oh,
you're
local
close
gold.
to the turret, the local gold.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
if it's 2,750 per player, that means that, like, best case scenario, you're looking at 1,000. Okay, my math is not that good to factor in the 25. So
Oh,
we're
look at
looking
that poke!
1,500.
Oh, beautiful Orialt goes down, and that forces the Chimera eSports boys back. And now Super Snaps is playing body blocker for the cannon minion over there as they stand around.
Look at the Q damage from Nasus. He's literally three-shotting that turret up in the top lane.
Boom,
There it
it's
goes.
down.
He literally, it was like Q auto attack, Q auto attack, Q dead. Ridiculous.
And this mid lane now getting all sorts of attention. There's just the one cannon minion.
He can Q this. I reckon he can.
Oh, almost.
Almost.
So the Colling's not enough even to drive anyone away. We've got 2 exposed inhibitors now, and Team ANU have victory in their sights. As they take down that first inhib, they're going to rotate up.
They smell blood.
Yeah, for sure.
They smell blood.
It's more than blood. It's kind of like brushing the
Like
teeth
Q
after
damage.
they've
That
been
Q
eating.
damage.
Oh, RBB gets the wither down. He cues the inhib, and now it's just absolute chaos as Jasper tries to kite. The focus, rightly so, from Jensen is on. But in the meantime, Oriana's picking up a double kill, and unfortunately, for
RPP's dancing. Oh, he's not. No, he's dancing again.
woo.
Bit of VM there.
And
Just a
doing
bit.
the all-important queuing onto.
He dances just long enough for when he's
Wow,
queues back up.
beautiful aggressive play there from VOSP, getting the rampage, and in fact pops his Zonya just to make sure that Davo can pick up an ace as Lucian comes in to try and get a reply kill. Cannot burst VOSP down. 2 Nexus turrets down, and the Nexus is the next focus, and Team ANU are going to be able to get another try at beating
Swiggity swag.
Riggedy Swag.
They get three chances.
Well, maybe
They get
2.
3 chances. Maybe 2. No, maybe 2, but 3 chances is possible. 3 chances best scenario at beating Swiggity Swag. 2 chances. Minimum.
Wow. Kills at 24 to 13. Dragons 4 to 0. Barons 1 to 0. And 10 turrets to 2 is what it took for the victory to come through for Team ANU. Well done.
Well done by Team ANU. Good job there, guys. Are you guys ready for the real test? That is the question. Time to take on Swiggity Swag.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be back hopefully without too much time before we get going with the grand final of the Barracks qualifiers for the Money Online League of Legends tournament. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still tuned into the stream, we just have a quick moment of news for you. Team ANU have decided to forfeit the grand final and accept second place for the competition tonight, handing victory to Swiggity Swaggity Hot Grills. Um, the, both of those teams will still go through to the grand final on the 18th to 19th of April. So they're quite happy with the way things have turned out, but it does mean that we won't be able to bring you a grand final, which is a pity. Now, Jim of the Barracks has asked Gamestah if we will shoutcast the grand final on the 18th to 19th, and we will happily do so. So, we will see you in a couple of weeks' time, almost 3 weeks' time, and we'll be back bringing you all of the action from the Money Online competition. Mendrix, thanks for casting today.
Yeah, no worries. It was great fun. I really enjoyed it. And good luck to both teams in the grand final. Or when the finals happen in 3 weeks' time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. This is Chrisis and Mendrix for the last time today, signing out.